In this video, I am sharing a case study about inventory control. That is, how one of my clients managed to keep inventory in check and thereby helping better cash flows. Obviously, inventory days or inventory churn are important factors in cash flow. In one of the earlier videos, I have already shared a case study about corrective actions to liquidate inventory. The difference is those were corrective actions once the inventory had already piled up, but this video is about preventing inventory buildup. There were multiple reasons for pile-up of inventory in my client's case. Uncontrolled buying, uncontrolled consumption, purchasing in anticipation of business, cancellation of orders, absence of inventory tracking systems, improper storage of material. But I guess the top reason was ignorance about the impact of inventory on cash flow and business. On a lighter note, stock value is only used by CA as a balancing figure while submitting the financials to a bank for filing. It has nothing to do with the actual physical stock. Now, jokes apart, in this case, we identified what was all going wrong, and then we decided to undertake some important initiatives by which we could maintain low but sufficient inventory levels. These were really simple actions, but the results were fantastic. First was purchase authorization and control. First action was to stop purchasing items from stock for stock. We only allowed purchase against client order. We enforced a system where stock order had to be authorized by top management. In general, purchase authorization measures were put in place, not just to buy, but buy at the right price and the right time. Stop buying in anticipation. We stopped buying material in anticipation of business. Instead, we started getting better and more accurate sales projections from sales and started giving purchase projections to our vendors, specifically for the long lead items, so that they can stock it at their end. Next is stock at vendor. We started holding material at vendor's end and started giving dispatch clearance to receive the material just in time for further processing. Alright, this may sound like we started punishing the vendors for our sins, but that was not the intention. We were on a growth path and we had planned much bigger business for our vendors as they are partners in our growth journey. Next is housekeeping. We arranged storage of material in such a way that locating components and checking availability becomes easier. Just simple steps of providing and labeling storage spaces, bins and trays with consumption register. These kind of things work really well. We were still not at a stage where physical stock matched with the stock in tally, but yes, we were progressing. Next is MOL, MOQ, that is minimum order level, minimum order quantity. Once the storage, tracking of material and consumption register was in place, we worked out a minimum order levels for B and C category items. Ordering A category item was still strictly against client order. Then we also worked on safeguarding against our order cancellations. We also made some salespeople, all the salespeople understand the importance of payment terms and taught them to negotiate better terms. But more than that, we started introducing a safeguarding clause to save us from the consequence of cancelled orders. Then, next is standardization. Apart from all of these methods, there are multiple other possibilities to control inventory. We did this for another client, not this one. What we did was, we reduced the variety of components by standardization exercise. And I believe there is a huge scope to standardize your offerings depending on your specific domain. So by standardizing, you can reduce the variety of components you need to stock. Examples are pump models, solid bar sizes, frame sizes, hardware, standard automation logics, thickness of plates, reactor sizes, tank sizes, cables, pipes and fittings. There is no end to how much we can optimize and reduce the need to keep stock of all the varieties. Next point is outsourcing. One more way to stop worrying about inventory is to outsource manufacturing activities, partly or fully. One of our clients is doing this very effectively. He has the QC checks in place, his designs are used, but he doesn't have to handle the production, labor, staff, inventory, infrastructure, etc. for the manufacturing. In many cases, this makes a big sense. Then the next one is monitoring the ratios. These are very practical methods to control your inventory and keep them at an optimum level. Later, when you have optimized the inventory and mastered the inventory control, you can take help of more tools to keep tab on the inventory, even if you are not involved on a day-to-day basis to monitor. You just need to analyze few ratios to check if it is on track. Inventory turnover ratio and average inventory days or inventory aging will tell you how efficiently your people are managing your inventory. Tell me in comments which of these points are relevant to your business. What would you like to implement?